Okay, this is the highly anticipated Bali 4.8. Just arrived in the US from France. This is the skipper. His name is Conrad. Conrad brought this boat across. So after 6,000 miles, I'm pleased to say that it's in pretty good shape and we're getting it ready to hand over to its new owner. On the performance side of things, what was your best day's run?
The best day we're making 200 miles in one day. 200
miles, that's super respectable. 200 miles a day is the holy grail. And I'm pretty sure that if Conrad had, a full set of sails and spinnakers and things, he would have done a lot more of them. What was the top speed you got?
When we're sailing downwind on the waves, it was 14.5 knots. 14.5.
So again, it's a fast boat. So it does cover distance. So if you want a nice blue water cruiser, this is probably one of the players that you would be looking at. We have prepped the boat, and I'm going to do a walk around the boat and show you a lot of the features so that you can get a good look at the boat and understand what Katana has done with this new Bali 4.8. Starting with the engine room. This is the port engine room. This boat's equipped with 57 horsepower Yanmars, so they're 4JH57 engines. We have the water maker. This is an aqua-based water maker installed over here. These are the membranes, and this is an installation easily accessible to get to, and there is a control at the galley. We also have, that's your automatic fire extinguisher and the hot water heater to heat the water. It's that round cylindrical thing over there is the hot water heater. So as we walk along, they have lockers. This is a nice convenient locker. This boat has electric davits. So these davits will swing out to lift the dinghy up. They're electric. There's an electric winch behind that panel. That was the engine room. We walked across the stern. We've had a look at the davits. On this side, we have the plancha. So this is a barbecue. It's a plate barbecue. It's gas, and it's built in, which is nice. So you close it like that, and you close it like that, and it's nicely stowed away. Great feature. Over here, we have our propane locker. So we're busy changing it. This boat arrived with European propane, so we're busy doing the conversion to US Coast Guard approved propane installation. Over here we have the electric controls for the dinghy davit. So grey is down, and then red is up. This is the boarding ladder, drops down. It's always nice to have these bars. So when you get to the top of the ladder, you have these bars to hang on to. A lot of boats don't have these bars, so you're trying to grab stuff on the deck, but on this boat, these bars are really a nice feature to have. So that's it stowed away while you're underway. All right, let's move forwards. On these boats, they have a stern entrance, which is a gull wing. So this is really nice. The gull wing opens up, and then you have steps going down into the aft cabin. In this case, this is the owner's stateroom. So what we have is we have an entrance from here into the owner's cabin, and you can go out, and there's a second door which enters into the main salon. So 2 entrances for the owner's stateroom. We have nice wide decks, lots of good handholds, here, and we're going to come up to the Flybridge. This is a really nice helm. You've got really great visibility forwards over your foredeck, and we have lots of good controls. Our engine throttles are right here. So these throttles control the gears and the forward speed of the boat. We have our engine panels, which are these. These fire up the engines, and these are the rev counters. This here is a windlass control. So you can sit here and you can deploy the anchor from here, and it has a chain counter which counts how much chain you have out. Pretty cool feature. So when you come into an anchorage, you don't have to have someone down front there. You pull in and you can drop the anchor and control everything from one station. So it speaks to short-handed sailing. This here is the autopilot. We call ours Ray. by Ray Marine, but Ray's our third crew member because Ray steers most of the time. We only steer when we absolutely have to. So that's the autopilot. And then here we have the Ray Marine chart plotter. And this chart plotter is an Axiom. And if you have a look there, I put a picture on it. That picture is a picture of the back of the boat. Because we have a Flybridge, we're unable to see the back of the boat. So when I switch it on, I can see there's the back of the boat. So if I'm backing down, I don't have to have screaming and shouting. Basically, all we do is I can have a look here and see how close we are to the other boats. Basically, on this boat, they've put the winches forward over here. They're electric. And what we have here is the winch, and all the lines run back to here with a nice box for the line. So you don't have to have lines lying all over the place. So really nice setup, and you don't get in the way of the helm. It's separate from the helm. So if you're on autopilot, you can come here and you can work the lines. Or if there's two crew, one can be helming and the other one can be working the line. So it's a nice setup. It's a nice separated setup. Okay, here's your command mic. So this is your VHF. That means you don't have to go running down to your chart table to communicate with bridges or call another boat. So that's called a command mic, and it sits up here at the helm, nice and accessible to the helmsman. We have a sun pad back there. We have 4 solar panels, which are nice and out of the way. They don't get in the way anywhere. And then you have the Katana style main sheet, which is common on all Katana products. But a nice Flybridge. I mean, you can sit here, nice and relaxed, lots of space. If I stand up, I'm 6'4", I've got good headroom, and we have a light. It's the LED strip, so we have a light for at night when we're sitting up here and relaxing. Here we are. This is very nice wide side decks. Wide side decks is a safety feature. Good hand grips here. Good hand grips all the way along here as you move forwards. So all in all, this is a pretty decent side deck. Now Bali have a solid foredeck. The solid foredeck is a Bali feature. A lot of the other brands are emulating it. Their foredecks are getting bigger and their nets are getting smaller. Bali decided to just win the race to the front, and they made a solid foredeck. We've now done thousands of miles on these boats. This boat just did 6,000 miles to get here from France, across the Atlantic. Absolutely no issue with a solid foredeck. In fact, the skipper tells me it's nice and dry, and he told us that this boat is wicked fast. It's a very fast boat, so it's an express cruiser. Here we have the anchor and the windlass. So nice, easy access to your anchor. There's your windlass control if you want to manually do it. But of course, as we spoke, we can do it from the helm as well. Now we have a wonderful big foredeck, and I can tell you from personal experience that when underway, you can actually sit here, it's bone dry, not a drop of water comes on. These boats have nice, very high freeboard, and so this becomes a bone dry, easy location to relax. Nice feature, and again, it's a signature Bali feature. Up front here, we've got a nice dining table for alfresco dining. Pretty simple, flips up, and now you sit. Now you have a nice. You can sit on that side, so you can seat it easily 6 or 8 people around here for dinner. Good storage in it. They've used all the space pretty well. So this is the outside of the boat. Very impressive, nicely done, great ergonomics, very nicely laid out. Last thing while we're up here, they put nice big pillows up here. So if you want to relax, you've got pillows and a nice backrest. And then this is your jib. All right, and that's your code 0. So it has a jib and a code 0. And this is a self-tacking jib. We'll walk up there and we'll have a look at the self-tacking track in a second. But it's a very nice sail plan and basically covers virtually all wind speed situations for maximum performance. So let's just walk around and have a look at the Code Zero track, just so you can see how the jib works. One of the features of Bali is they don't like hatches on the side decks. You'll notice the side decks have no toe stubbers or anything where you can fall down. They move the hatches pretty much out of the way. So no hatches on this entire side deck. So up here, we have the track, and the jib sheet comes down to this track. It's a self-tacking jib. So when you tack, the jib will automatically go from the one side, from the windward side to the leeward side, and reset itself. So that moves across, backwards and forwards on this track. It's a self-tacking jib. So the jib is only the size of the 4 triangle. And then we have the Code Zero if winds are light and we need more power in the rig. All right, so let's walk in the front door, which I think is a fantastic feature. I love it. We have it on our boat. The other great thing about this boat is it's got a forward cockpit, and it has a really nice door. So great features here that I'm going to show you. You may say, well, what happens if this entire foredeck gets swamped? Well, pretty simple. Over here is a giant scupper. I'm going to open it and we'll give you a picture of it. Okay, so when we're underway, this piece I normally stow underneath the cushion there, and this is a giant scupper. So what happens if we take any green water, this is a huge hole in the bridge deck. Water will come in here. They tell me 12 seconds from full to empty. It's a good safety feature, but this is the scupper. So if you ever wonder about how you drain your foredeck, that's how you do it. The generator room is in here, it's running. So here's our generator room. You've got your electrical panels back there. You've got your water separator up over there on the bulkhead. And you can see in this installation, you can get to both sides of the generator for maintenance. Very good installation, very well thought out. And now we have access from our foredeck into our salon. Now we're inside. So when you're at anchor, you can open this door and leave it open, and you can also open this window. With these open, you have the fantastic breeze that comes all the way through the boat. So you never really need your air conditioning when you're at anchor, because you've got the breeze coming through this window and the door, and the back is tilted up so that you have complete free flow through the boat. This is your chart area, and here we have our electrical panel. We have our VHF. We have a small axiom down here, chart plotter, and it has all the charts and everything. So that's your small axiom. There's all your navigational charts. This is a multi, which gives you all your different functions on the boat, wind, depth, etc. That's a remote autopilot control, and that's to check all your different tankage, etc. So those are gauges. Pretty nice. It's got a little seat here that comes out. And so if you want to sit and work, there's your seat. I would get a nicer seat than that, but that's what comes with the boat. This here is the electrical panel, which has the anchor light, has all your lights, your pumps. It controls all the systems of the boat. So that's sort of the brain. That's where you check if your lights are on, if your pumps, your bilge pumps, your navigation lights, your water pumps, everything is over there. All right. And this here is your generator panel to switch the generator on and off. It's a Cummins Onan generator. Here we have a big old air conditioner in this box. This boat has really good air conditioning up top and down, up in this area and down in the cabins. The air conditioning up here is an optional extra that you should always take. Right, walking around. Here we have the control for the water maker. So you hit the green button and the water maker switches on. You hit the red button, the water maker switches off. So this is your remote panel for your water maker. Here is your hob. It's an Eno, which is pretty common to most French boats, with an oven. And so this is your controls to switch your propane on and off. And these are actually the piezos. These hold the little batteries which automatically light your propane ring. Good area over there. Normally you would put your microwave, convection oven, air fryers, etc. there. And then of course, some really good storage over here. It's recessed, so you can put stuff in and it won't fly around. Nice signature feature of the Bali, deep freeze, refrigerator. These switches down here at my toes, that's what you flip up if you're at sea so it doesn't come flying open, and you flip them down when you're using them. The Saloon table is a really nice feature. It becomes a coffee table or a dining table. Here's the button, and we'll show you how the table goes up. And then you flip it open, and it becomes a full-blown dining table. So really nice feature. When you're eating, you got it up. When you're hanging, you can drop it down and it becomes a coffee table. These windows here open all the way out. So now you have nice big open air. This side opens as well. There's a button over here you push. Opens the entire back of the boat. You have this wonderful open alfresco feeling. These are open, the back door is open. If you've got your front door and your front window open, you've got a beautiful breeze on anchor coming through here, and it's an extremely comfortable living style.
My name is Konrad. I just bring that boat from Spain to Florida. It was almost 2 months of crossing. Brand new Bali 4.8, which is first in the United States. It's a really nice boat. I will miss her a lot when I'm going to another delivery. They have beautiful sail, good engine, a lot of space inside, 5-cabin version, great one. I crossed Atlantic on that boat, so I know how it's sailing in every condition. How to tell more? It's really comfortable to sailing on that boat. You just come here, right there to that table, and see a sunset, because all of our trip is also going to the sun. This version is 5-cabin version. Each cabin have they have own toilet with the showers. Every cabin is double person. Sometimes we have the shower in that room. We have shower connected with the toilet, so it's all together. But in starboard side, we have also the cabin which is separate for the toilet and separate for the shower. It looks like owner version. This cabin is looks like similar to the other side, but on the port side we have just only 2 cabins. We have spare toilets and spare showers. Every of cabins here have air condition, which we check on the panels. We have an extinguisher, emergency exits, fans. Right now we're staying in the aft cabin on the port side, which have access from inside and also from outside. It looks like almost owner version with the big toilets and big showers, big bed which is really low. You haven't to go upper to enter to that. A lot of space, lockers, everything what we need for comfortable sailing. We have also windows which we can see what is happening outside. Mostly I see a beautiful island on the other side. Right now it's just the key and the fenders. In that cabin we have separate big showers and also big toilets right there.
We have Belle Vie. She's just arrived. She did a 6,000-mile delivery from the factory in Cannes, France to Fort Lauderdale here. We're busy preparing her. The owner's arriving, and we wanted to be standing tall. She's going to be going into luxury crew charter, so she's going to be a high-end charter boat. She looks great. There were a few minor issues, but overall the boat performed well. We've got some good performance data from the crew, and we're very happy to have her here. Been waiting for this boat for a long time.